It'll go down.
Some other surprises from around the league in week 1. LaMelo Ball, quite the tear starting this thing off, 32, 7, and 7. In the East, where would you put him? Top what point guard, Chandler? Go.
Top 10. I got a little list.
In just the East?
In just the East. Well, I got a little list here. Drew, I'm going to ask you a question.
No,
I'm listening.
Who's better?
No, I'm listening.
Drew Holiday, Damian Lillard, Brunson.
Melo Ball beats Drew Holiday in the point guard conversation.
No chance.
Well, interesting moment.
Drew Holiday was a guy that Team USA had to have.
Individually.
Okay,
Drew Holiday is a consummate teammate, and he's my guy. But when we're talking about individual talents, Drew Holiday is not better than LaMelo Ball as far as what they bring.
I
love this argument.
I think there's a category here that's top 5, and I think it's Dame, Brunson, Maxey, Halliburton, and Drew Holiday. I think they're in a different category. Then I think you get to the Cade Cunningham's, Trae Young's, Garland, and LaMelo Ball. I think they are that next kind of group of great point guards. I think he's somewhere in there. Again, he is so talented. He's taller than you think. The guy, he's like 6'7", 6'8". Is he going to average 32 points, 7 and 7? Who, maybe on this team, but again, can he translate it to wins? He's in the same category to me as a Trae Young, where it's never been about talent. It's never been.
I don't want to make this about Drew Holiday because I love Drew, but if you switch them out, who knows what position that they're in? Because that's not who naturally Drew is. Drew's not really a lead guard. He's not going to be your number one guy to go to. He's great at where he is in his career with the position. Like even in Milwaukee, he's next to Giannis. He's next to Chris Middleton. Now that he's in Boston, he's next to Tatum. He's next to Brown. He's great in that role. I don't know if you put Drew in. I don't want to make this just about Drew Holiday.
But I agree. If you put Drew Holiday on the Hornets, I don't think he's averaging that number.
31,
but I think if you take Drew Holiday off the Celtics, they're a worse basketball team.
Right. If you put LaMelo in Drew's spot on the Celtics.
I think that hurts them.
I'm talking about the individuality of being point guards, not what you bring to the table. Drew Holiday is an absolute stud and having an amazing career. I'm not downplaying that, not one bit. But what I'm saying, when you talk about individual guys, everybody else on that list is probably the best player on their team.
Yeah, I'm just saying after 3 games, I can't put him ahead of guys like Darius Garland, Trae Young, Maxey, Halliburton, Brunson. I can't do it yet. I cannot. I haven't seen enough. But I do like he's wearing apparently stronger ankle braces now, so he's been out. He's missed a lot of time as well. They haven't won a game.
Everything.
So I do listen again. It's never been about production with him. He's a hell of a talent. I just don't think we've ever talked about him enough or even seen him enough because their team has been so bad. Which hopefully that changes. And again, they're 1 and 2. So like, what are we talking about?
1 and 2.
Yeah,
they've won 1.
Great. He's putting up great numbers.
And they've lost 2.
Yeah.
No, we'll get back to that. We'll check back in about 2 weeks with the. Is that good?
It's not going to get good
when
until about 20 games.
When they're 1 and 6.
No. Fine.
They're 2 and 5.
Yeah, we won't really know until it's about 20 games in.
I want to ask about him being a franchise player, but I think the franchise that we're talking about matters as well, because there are levels to being a, quote, franchise player, right?
He's a franchise player for the Charlotte Hornets.
For this team.
He's going to get paid $250 million for the Charlotte Hornets. Like, he is their guy going forward. I don't know how good they could do in free agency. I don't know. They haven't done well in the draft. So, like, yes, he is their franchise player, and he is talented enough to do that. Now, can they add real pieces around them to contend? Not this year.
What about his dad wanting him on the Clippers so badly?
You haven't heard a lot about his dad. Like, where's that guy been?
That's probably best, though.
Well, 2 out of 3 all 3 of them had an opportunity to play. I think his job is done. He can chill.
Yeah,
Well, no, not if it comes to this part where he's like.
All 3 of them made it to the league. He can chill.
But if you want. All 3 of them.
Well, yeah, Jello had an opportunity as well.
Opportunity.
That counts. That counts.
Well, I mean, I just want to make sure I know what we're talking about. But this.
Stop. Man,
but now,
counts.
does Dad go, hey, stay here for all that, or no, you come to the Clippers for a bit of a cut?
Now, listen, you put him on, like, the Clippers, you put him in a big market right now, I think we're talking about a whole different player just based on his opportunity, the TV time this guy's going to get. The average person doesn't know who LaMelo Ball is because the Charlotte Hornets they're historically bad. They are bad, so you have to be on a good team. Yeah, like, he's going to put up numbers on this team, but to me, that's not that impressive.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not rolling, Chandler. I think people know who LaMelo Ball is. Can the Charlotte Hornets collectively be a better team? Absolutely, but I think as a brand, I think people know LaMelo Ball. And I think he's top 5 or 6 in the Eastern Conference when it comes to point guard.
You don't think that?
We're going to see. 20 games in, we'll see.
I feel like, Lou, you're talking about a point guard as if it's its own person in like a little case versus the point guard and how they play with the rest of the team.
You want LaMelo Ball over Cade Cunningham? I can't. I'd rather have Cade Cunningham.
I like that one.
That one's tough, right?
No, I like that one.
Like,
I agree with you there. I take that. But again, I'm looking at 31, 7, and 7. The only things that's ever stopped us from talking about a lot of these guys are injuries. If he's healthy, he's right there in the mix with these guys. Yeah. And he's showing that. That's all I'm saying.
This is a great start. Again, those numbers.
Check back in 2 months.
Yeah, those numbers are insane.
All-Star break.
I just don't know if I think the stats go down. I think the wins stay down.
All right, that's
so
it.
It's like
I wrote to myself. I made a note. Check back in.
Yeah,
the Hornets.
got that?
Yeah. We got a promo. It's kind of like the perfect storm tonight. All of the sports are happening. It's the Equinox on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Game 3 of the World Series, Yankees-Dodgers. Giants and Steelers. NBA, NHL, all having regular season games. To celebrate that, FanDuel's going to give everyone